Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. Today we are going to analyze Avalanche and its token AVAX, conduct machine learning based price forecasts, regression analysis and accumulation strategies. None of the content is financial advice. Over the last 7 days, AVAX has rallied by about 30%. It's the top 3 rallying cryptos right now. The price is at around $26. The market cap is about 10 billion right now, and the fully diluted market cap is at around 18 billion, and by market cap it's ranked number 12th, by volume ranked number 15. So market cap and volume rank are kind of in hand in hand. Over the last 1 year, if you were to look at AVAX price and market cap chart, you can see if you toggle between them, they are essentially the same chart. That means that the growth in the market cap has been reflected in the price. You can see on 10th of October 2023, the price was at around $9. It's at around $26. So kind of a 3x from the price perspective. From the market cap perspective, the market cap was at around $3.3 billion. Now it's at around $10 billion. So again, a 3x in that perspective as well. Now we'll look at the machine learning based price forecast. This is the model for AVAX that we have trained. This is the weekly price action for AVAX starting 2020. Per this model, the price forecasted at a base case level between $23 and again at around $24. That was the base case scenario for AVAX. Again, thanks to its since March of 2024 continuous lower highs and lower lows. So if that channel gets broken to the upside, the bull case scenario for AVAX is between $27 for this week ending on August 25, kind of close to the current price action at around $26. So again, these are weekly average price. That means if tomorrow the price goes above $30, again it will still be for a couple of days of the week. So the average can still be bogged down by the price action over the first 5 days of the week. So this is the one standard deviation ceiling between $27 all the way to about 67 or at around $60 till the end of the year. And again till January 2025 at around $67. So between $27 and $60, that's the one standard deviation bull case for AVAX, and equal and opposite one standard deviation bear case if the price action continues to have a downward slump. Between now and the end of year 2024, the price action could be between $7.50 and $20. So that's the machine learning based forecast right now. As the markets are having a bullish bias, the key level to watch for AVAX is first this $28.80. If this high gets taken out, that means at least AVAX starts forming at a weekly level a higher high, which it has not done that since as late as around March of 2024. So again about half a year ago. So this is the machine learning based price forecast. If you were interested in the regression analysis, the price of AVAX right now at around 26 cents. Before the regression analysis, what we'll do is look at the overall market. At this point, the latest risk score for the top 100 cryptos is at around 0.19. The color code is in green color. That means between low to between 0.1 to 0. Risk, that's when the color codes are green, and between 0 and 0.1 risk is the color codes are blue. The idea with this analysis is when the risk phases are in blue or green, that's where entering the market makes more sense, as opposed to when the phases or the risk levels are between 0.4 to 0.75, that is the orange color, and between 0.75 and 1, that is the red color. That's when getting out of the market makes more and more sense. The analysis is conducted using several risk metrics such as volatility, alpha, beta, Sharpe ratio, and percent drawdown, and they are normalized between 0 and 1 to provide one single indicator to check about the market health as well as the phases of the market and the corresponding strategy. So the trend with this analysis is kind of clear since March of 2024. Again, if you corroborate that with AVAX price action, you would see that AVAX had one major peak in March and then again tried to have another peak around April, and then consistently making lower highs on the risk level, that means risks are going down. That means at that point in time, if you have a longer time horizon when the risks are sufficiently low, and if you believe that the project has a chance to come back, that's when DCA in the market makes more sense. Again, we are in this low risk regime starting August 2, about 20-21 days. The first time we visited this level, that back in June of 2024, we stayed over here for only 2 days. The next time about a week or so, between July 3rd to about July 12th, 8 to 9 days. And now about 20 days, more than 20 days, we are in this lower risk regimen. So with this, one another key level to look is the crypto TLDR. This is the social sentiment. Right now is at around 50. That means there are major bearish major bearish as well as major bullish news over here over the last 24 hours. Again, real estate related bearish news, and again financial, the macro news. Some of the macro indicators are bearish, some are bullish. If you want to check each of the narrative over here, these are classified into bearish, bullish and neutral by our machine learning model. You can check out on cryptoweeklies.com. The link is on the bottom of your screen. The overall sentiment is kind of composite of all of these news over the last 24 hours, and based on these news, the overall sentiment is at around 50, kind of in the middle of the pack, not too bearish, not too bullish. Now looking at the simple moving average based risk level for Bitcoin and ETH, again they together have about 60 to 80% of the market dominance. So the risk levels for BTC and ETH kind of drive the market. Right now the Bitcoin risk is at around 0.3. ETH risk is slightly lower at 0.24. That means this is, again, alts would, I would imagine, would have slightly lower risk than ETH. The phase when ETH risk is less than BTC risk, that's when it's a bear market for alts. And right now we are in that level. That means Bitcoin is garnering more attention and more market share. So again, the risks for alts get lower and lower as Bitcoin's market cap grows heavily as opposed to altcoin market cap. This is the key idea. In terms of the narratives which are gaining popularity over the last 7 days, Bitcoin definitely the most popular narrative. Bullishness is back in the market. People are discussing about altcoins. This is again one single snapshot of discussions related to crypto on YouTube and X. This is looking at the last 7 days worth of narratives and checking which narratives are discussed more. So XRP, some of the meme coins are also being discussed over here at the bottom. You can see ETF is garnering some attention on top, and again some of the major cryptos such as Ethereum, Solana, and then you can see the bearish narrative has diminished over the last week or so. The bearish narratives at one point in the middle of August were bigger than the bullish narrative, and again people are talking about the breakout price as well as support, as well as some of the presidential candidate and their narratives are gaining some attention as well. So now looking at back at Avalanche and conducting its regression based analysis. This is the polynomial regression analysis. Per this analysis, the price has a non-linear relationship with time. Again, there are phases of the market when the prices grow up with time, and there are, again, during the bear market, the regression band goes down with time. Again, since October, November 2023, the prices are in an upswing. You can see the regression bands have a growing function. Right now, per this analysis, the fair value for AVAX is at around $42, whereas the key level to watch right now is the one standard deviation residual to the downside, coming in at around $26. If you were to zoom in over here, the price is slightly above the one standard deviation bottom at around $25. So if there were a further rally, the $42 would be a key level to watch. The price has a tendency to mean revert at times close to the fair value, and if the market is bearish, again it goes down and tests the one standard deviation bottom on this regression line. That means these regression bands are again available on the website. The key idea is, again, if the asset is in a growth trajectory, these one standard deviation and two standard deviation residuals to the upside as well as downside should provide indications of where the asset is going. Right now the 1 standard deviation ceiling for AVAX is at around $72, whereas the 1 standard deviation floor is at around $25. So this covers about 70% likelihood where the price most likely would be between these bands. If the price deviates between beyond these territories, there is a greater chance of having a mean reversion trade, at least back to the upside. Again, you can see that this happened late 2023 as well as middle of 2022. Prices rarely go below this band, again to the upside as well as to the downside, at least during the halving year. In the post halving year, the prices tend to have a 2 standard deviation affinity where the prices go and test the 2 standard deviation peaks. We are not quite there yet, but again these analyses are available on the website as well. In terms of accumulating AVAX and analyzing if it's a good time to accumulate per this model, again the risk level normalized between 0 and 1 and color coded based on the risk level, based on the price and the proportional difference between price and the simple moving 20-week simple moving average. This is the third best time to accumulate AVAX. Again you can see the risk levels are at around 0.33. again this is the fourth best time to DCA AVAX, and AVAX has been in this zone for the most of 2023. This is a shorter term accumulation strategy. You can see that in the during the bottom the risk levels were not 0 but again at close to 3 and 0.3 and 0.4. The second model which covers the proportional difference between the price and the fair value regression model, you can see this model has done a great job in identifying the actual bottom where the risk levels were between 0 and 0.1. We were in this territory in the second and third week of August when the price was sub $20. Right now we are in the second base territory to accumulate AVAX between 0.1 and 0.2 risk. Again if you believe that AVAX has a chance to hit its peak regression line at around you can see over here right now it's at around $95. This level again provides again a good 3 to 4x return at this point in time. This is not financial advice. This you can see the prices have a tendency to fluctuate between the lower bound and the upper bound of this regression analysis, as well as using these risk levels you can identify if the asset is a good buy or a good sell at any point in time. Right now this is the second best time to accumulate AVAX per this analysis. The first one was more of a shorter term indicator if the prices are very elevated, and if for example when the risk level in the halving year go beyond 0.5, that's when again the likelihood of the trend to turn back down becomes more and more high. In terms of the last longer term accumulation strategy based model, which is a time weighted average price model, whenever the price is below this blue line, which is the time weighted average price for AVAX at around $31, that's when the if you have a longer term outlook, that's and if you're okay with accumulating at not at the absolute bottom, but again a range between the absolute bottom and let's say towards its fair value during the course of the bear market or the recovery year, that's when you would find some of the longer term based good deals of accumulation. Right now the price at around $26 is below the time weighted average price, and definitely but this analysis again the risk levels, if you were to overlay risk levels on this, the risk levels right now are at around 0 per this model. This model considers whenever the price is below time weighted average price, that means this is the asset is in accumulation territory. So just to summarize everything, the TWAP based model or the time weighted average price based model says AVAX is in the buy zone. Again best time to DCA per the DCA model, per the regression analysis it's the second best time to DCA AVAX. Per the SMA model, this is again the third or fourth best time based on the short term bubble risk. And per the regression analysis, the prices again with between these bounds of $25, the fair value at around $42, that's the valuation to look for, and ultimately if there is a peak at around $70. Per the AI based forecast or machine learning based forecast, the price is between now and December forecasted at a bull case between $27 and about $60, and the base case between $20 and $25, and a bear case between $7.50 and around $20. So that's all about AVAX for today. Hope you like this content. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Also give this video a like, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.